Thank you all for tuning in to today's video. We're going to be doing a drop fade with the part, and we're just going to jump right into it. So I'm using the 1.5 guard to cut his hair down on the top, and to make it easier for you guys, I decided to create a guard chart. I actually got this idea from Chris Bazio. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of him, but he's another instructor on YouTube, so shout out to him for this idea. But I just thought it would make it easy for you guys to follow along. So these color guards, I tried to find them on Amazon, but I had to end up buying the entire clipper set. So it's the Color Pro clipper guard set. So it came with the clipper. I'm not going to use the clipper, but I just used the guard so you guys can follow along. So here I have the number 2 guard with the lever fully open, and his crown is a little tricky, so I just wanted to keep myself from messing up or making any mistakes. I just took a larger guard and went against the grain. By the way, if you're new to this channel, if you get something valuable out of this video, I ask that you subscribe as well as hit the like button. And for those that have been loyal subscribers, thank you all for tuning in. It really means a lot. So before we get into the fading process, we're just going to blend in the sideburn into his beard. So basically, it's basically doing a taper. So I just started with the lever fully closed and just gradually opened it up. Okay, so now we're going to get started with the fade. So we're going to make a guideline about 1 inch high. And as you can see, I left the area dark around his C-cup area, or that arch. It's whatever you want to call it. Okay, now I close the lever, and what we're going to do is we're going to gradually open the lever up until we get to that next guideline. So right here is fully closed. Okay, we're going to begin to slowly open up the lever, and we're just going to go up a little bit more. You want to be careful not to go too high because you don't want to go past that line. You're just blending right up to it. And then here you'll see me open it one more time. Okay, so here we have on the number 1 guard, and the lever is fully open, and we're about to make another guideline about 1 inch high. Now, one thing I will say, I do notice a difference between these guards and the premium ones, but just for the sake of these videos, I'm going to continue to use these. You'll still get the same result. It's just, I noticed that they cut a little bit different, but it's okay. So we started with the 1 guard open, now it's closed. And then now we're going to go about halfway. So with the 1 guard, the steps are open, closed, and then halfway. Okay, now we have on the half guard, and the lever is halfway open, and we're going up under that 1 closed. And you're seeing the blend is starting to come together already. Okay, now we fully closed the half guard, and we're being careful not to go up too high. Now we have on the 1.5 guard, and the lever is fully open, and we're just trying to blend into the top. And of course, if the hair is not cutting like you want it to, you can always adjust the lever just to get it to cut more or less hair. So remember, when you open the lever, you cut off less hair, and when you close it, you cut off more hair. And right here, I'm just going back doing some touch-up work. Like I said, these guards, they cut a little bit different, so I just had to get used to them. This was literally my first haircut using these guards. But I'm going to continue to use them for you guys, just so it makes it easier for you guys to follow along. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, be sure to follow us on Instagram at Barber Style Directory. That's at Barber Style Directory. And if you want to see more of my personal haircuts, you can follow me on Instagram at Thomas Cut It. That's at ThomasCutit. But back to the video. As you can see, the blend is coming together. We're just doing some touch-up work now. And then what I always do, I apply holding spray to one side, so that way it's drying until I get ready to go to the next side. So while I'm fading the other side, the holding spray is already set in on one side of the head. So that's just another tip to save you some more time. So I'm going to speed things up just a little bit in the back because we literally follow the same steps that we do on the left side of the head. So I sped it up just a little bit, but you should still be able to follow along. And as always, I recommend that you get someone that will let you practice this haircut on them, and just follow this video, pull up this video and follow it step by step. And if you get stuck or if you get lost, just rewind it and just go at it until you get it. In this area in the occipital bone, it can be a little bit more tricky to blend because the hair is much more dense in this area usually. And then that bone is sometimes tricky also because you may think that it's hair, but it could also be the shadow from the occipital bone just because it protrudes out. So that's why it's very important to use your mirror. Okay, now we're about to proceed on to the lineup. So he actually had a lineup maybe 3 or 4 days before I cut his hair. So really I'm just trying to refreshen it up, if that makes sense. You see, I'm not really digging into his line. I'm just really touching it up, honestly. Notice how I'm trying to take off as least hair as possible and still get it straight. So I never go digging into anyone's line. I always just take my time. And then here I'm just going to start etching out the baseline for my part. It's just a simple line. The main thing with parts, don't overthink it. Just visualize where you want it to be in the head and literally just put it in there. The more you think about it, the more nervous you'll get. You'll psych yourself out. Just once you see where you want to put the part, just go ahead and put it in there. It's just like lining someone else up. It's just, you're just doing it in the hair. And when you're putting a part into wavy hair, it can be kind of tricky. That's why you see me comb the hair a lot, just because whenever you brush the hair or comb the hair, the curls in the hair will tend to go back over into the part. So that's why you see me going over it over and over. That's why you see me going over it multiple times. I don't just want this haircut to look nice for the video. Once he goes home and washes his hair, I still want it to look the same way. So that's why I take my time and make sure that the part is really etched in. And I've already applied some shaving gel to his beard, and I'm just gonna go in with the razor. And then here, this is not necessary at all, but I just wanted to just spruce up the haircut just a little bit with a little enhancement. And as you can see, you can't even really tell that I'm putting it in there, and that's the objective. I dilute mine with a little bit more alcohol than people normally do, and that's just because I want it to look a little bit more natural. I don't want it to look caked on, if that makes sense. I really don't even want you to be able to tell that I put it in there. You know, some people like a more saturated look, but me personally, I just like a nice natural look. And what I do is I use some holding spray after I'm done, and then I also use a blow dryer just to lock in the color. So this is how the cut turned out. I want you to let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thank you guys for sticking it out for this long. And if you got something valuable out of the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you all on the next video.